Wow, you folks got quiet in a hurry. I don't know if Patrick Schick is with us, but for those of you that were at the Airport Commission meeting earlier, you will have noted that he had a tie on. And I wanted to make the comment that the report of my demise has been greatly exaggerated. He did not have to preach my funeral today. So if you see Patrick, give him a hard time. Welcome to the Clinton National Airport, where we're so excited today to be able to talk about a wonderful new announcement. Every time we look at growth at the airport, that creates growth not only across our region, but across our state as well. And today's announcement comes from a group of people who have been with us a long time. You know, in economic development, we often talk about the recruitment process, but you know that things are going well after that recruitment process becomes an expansion. So we're excited today to talk about this expansion. I am not going to give that away. I do want to say a very special thank you to all of our airport commissioners that are with us today, all of our city directors, all of our quorum court members, and also all of our congressional leaders and their staffs that are with us today. Unfortunately, I have to leave immediately following to beat them back to Washington for meetings this afternoon. So with that, I'm going to introduce the person who has all the information, who has become a wonderful friend of us here in Little Rock, and who has a great first name. He is the Vice President of Maintenance for Envoy. Please welcome Jay Murray.
Thank you, Jay. It is a pretty good name. Okay, well, good morning. I guess it's up to me to make this big announcement, but basically the space you're sitting in as of last week wasn't in our existing or our future leasehold. We executed the document over the weekend, so it is now in our leasehold. So all this space, some space in the back, and I'll get back to that. I'll get on that in a minute here. Today's a great day for Envoy, great day for Little Rock, and really a great day for this maintenance space here. Just under 10 years ago, we were here making another announcement. It was actually not on this side, it was over on the other side of the hangar. Standing on a stage like this, same chairs probably, similar audience, where we announced that we were moving in here, and we said during that time that we would be growing here. And we had a lot of growing pains, we had a lot of ups and downs, but happy to say that 10 years later, here we are. So that's a great testament to the partnership that we have here with the chamber and the airport and the city and the community. All right, I got to bounce back and forth. I got arrows, I need a treasure map to get my notes here, but okay, so anyway, as of today, we have 182 large RJs, which you're looking at behind me, in our fleet. When we first opened here, that wasn't necessarily the situation. So with more fleet growth comes more jobs, comes more employees that need to maintain them, to fly them, to perform customer service functions on them, you know, what we call above and below the wing work. So it's great that our president is very eager to be going out and getting more planes, and every time we turn around, we're getting new announcements of more planes coming. Unfortunately and fortunately, that creates a lot of work for us. So it's great to have opportunities in a city like Little Rock here and in this facility to be able to just say, hey, you know, we can expand over there. Let's sit down and have discussions with them on what we can do to maintain some of these planes. A little bit of education, training class, and there's going to be a test here when we're done. I'm a maintenance guy, so I got to talk about this stuff. But just so you know, when I say 182 planes as of today, on a typical night, we have to RON, what we call rest overnight, or we do bill of work maintenance, on about 30% or 1/3 of the fleet. So that's about 60 planes a night are in maintenance somewhere across the country. And we have up to 15 bases from north to south, east to west, all over, even in Mexico. So you just keep squeezing that into the balloon eventually pops with our current geographic footprint. So we always have to expand, we have to grow. Well, the more we grow, the more costly it becomes to have more locations. We spread our inventory out over more locations, et cetera. So having these, like I keep going back, having these unique opportunities is very good situation to be in. We also have a base up in Arkansas, in northwest Arkansas at XNA. They have about 7 RONs up there, 7 or 8 RONs, but they're not in the situation where we can just go to the other side of the hangar there. Not to mention our network planning folks have a difficult time putting more than a certain amount of planes in one location. Where Little Rock, we have those opportunities. We're adding more flights, more destinations with these RONs. I think right now we have 6 RONs here now, or 5 RONs here now. By the time summer schedule rolls, we'll be up to 6, and who knows by the end of the year what that brings as well. So you hear the word Center of Excellence. We talked about that. So basically, when we were getting these notifications that we're getting all these new fleets, another thing that was getting very over capacity was our heavy maintenance bases in Abilene and Marquette. So they were having less tolerance for us to be dropping in specialty work to them. So we sat and we did some planning in my office, and we came up with this concept that we should try to see if we could bridge the gap between line and heavy and do some of that work at some of our existing bases. Once again, perfect fit here with the back office, because not only did we take over this side of the hangar with expanding the lease, but there's behind those walls there, we are adding 2 or 3 shops and some other footage, and as well as expanding our parts square footage footprint on the other side of the hangar. Overall, it's been a huge win. What started back in 2016 was around 50 or 60 initial investment of employees here, mechanics that is. I mean, we have other management and inventory control employees as well. That has grown now to this year to be over 70 plus mechanics. Those are skilled positions that are very valuable to the company and very valuable to this community. Hopefully by 2027, we'll be far north of that. We're looking at 12 jobs with the initial announcement and probably many more as we push into 2027. All that work is in motion. A lot of these folks have already been hired, and I'm happy to say that we should meet our goals by the end of the year. So today's announcement literally lays the groundwork for this Center of Excellence that we're talking about. This new facility will take on more advanced work, more bill of works, more work on the planes that do arrive here on a nightly basis. And as I said, there'll be up to 6 of them and probably more by the end of the year. I already talked about the jobs. Okay, so like I said, we're planning to add these jobs by the end of the year. And another thing is, who knows, maybe 10 years from now, we'll be back here talking about executing something else. I see there's lots of buildings to the right of us here. You never know. In this industry, I've seen a lot of those things happen. One thing I want to say is I'd like to ask Dale Morris and Debbie to stand up, please. I get to be up here and have these, get the easy job and make these announcements. The real people behind the scenes, and there's more to it than them. But these are my partners in this. They've been up here countless times working. I'm sure people behind me and some people in the audience know them very well. And I just appreciate all your work with this. We couldn't do it without you. So a little bit about Envoy, and then I'll wrap it up. For those of you who don't know, Envoy is a wholly owned subsidiary of American Airlines. Right now, we operate more than 1,000 daily flights per day as American Eagle. We also provide customer service at over 121 destinations. That's 119 other destinations other than XNA in Little Rock here, all over North America and into the Caribbean. I'm proud of the work that the entire maintenance team does, especially the work that the Little Rock employees do here as well. This wouldn't happen as well without having safe, reliable products put out every single day. The choices may go different, and it was an easy choice here in Little Rock with the work that they do and the work that they're signing up for. Lastly, I'd like to thank the Clinton Airport, the Little Rock Chamber of Commerce, and the entire Little Rock community for making this growth possible. We're committed to the state of Arkansas, and we're pleased to be important of this big event. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Executive Director of the Arkansas Economic Development Commission, Clint O'Neill.
Thank you, Shane. Nice job back there. Well, as the first non-J to speak this morning, I thought, why don't I Google J just to see if it yields anything that would make for a good joke or a good talking point. According to Google, Jay has 2 meetings. Raven is like, where is this going? A bird of the crow family with boldly patterned plumage, typically having blue feathers in the wings or tail. So something about wings or tail, airplanes. And then number 2, a person who chatters impertinently. That's more for the first J. It's such an honor to be here on behalf of the state of Arkansas, the Arkansas Economic Development Commission, Department of Commerce, just to congratulate Envoy. There are so many people here who work hard to set a good business climate, business leaders, civic leaders, those in the public and private sectors. But we really want to come here today to acknowledge American Airlines and Envoy placing your capital and your confidence in Arkansas. If we could just give this company a round of applause. It means so much to us that the work that we do on public policy, on workforce development, aligning education with workforce development, real-world opportunities, the work that we do in economic development to set a platform for companies to succeed. Days like today are a good day when you have the validation of that, when you have a company that says, of course, there are a lot of good places around the United States to do business, but they choose to do business here in Little Rock, Arkansas, and we're very proud of that. We're very proud to have Envoy here, and we'll keep working hard to set a good business climate, set a good workforce development strategy so that you'll have technicians. We all want to be safe when we fly, and we're confident that the maintenance crews that you're going to have in this building working on these airplanes are going to be the best, the brightest, those that are going to keep us safe, those that are going to have a mutually beneficial relationship for your company and for the job that they have. While we're over here celebrating new jobs with this great company, we have our General Assembly meeting in the fiscal session, committed to lowering taxes yet again. We're going to do things like this under the leadership of Governor Sanders to continue to create a good business climate. We're seeing growth across a lot of sectors, but we could not be more pleased with this growth in aviation, aerospace, and defense. And just want to point out a few colleagues. I have Jerry Chisholm, Director of Aeronautics here. Want to point out Raven Johnson on our team. He's our project manager that works projects in aviation, aerospace, and defense. Of course, the great partnership with the Little Rock Regional Chamber of Commerce, with Jack Thomas and Jared Wycliffe and the team there, and the partners and friends that you'll hear from on the stage. Economic development is a team sport, and here in Arkansas, we have a great team. We're doing well, and it's an honor to be here with you today. Thank you.
Please welcome the Mayor of Little Rock, Frank Scott Jr.
service industry secures the success of the aviation industry. Today, we are proud that we are being honored. As Jay and Clint have already shared, economic development is a team sport. In economic development, so much fanfare goes towards the recruitment, but the retention and the expansion of anyone that you've recruited is the most success. That means they are choosing our city, choosing our workforce, and choosing to participate in the economic progress that we've all worked together in. And so as the mayor of the city of Little Rock, and on behalf of the city of Little Rock and our city directors that are here with us today, City Directors Virgil Miller, Cappy Peck, and BJ Wyrick, we are grateful that we play a role in this economic development strategy alongside the airport commissioners and the executive director, Suzanne Payton, because we're all rowing in the same boat. And that boat is to ensure that no matter where you live in Little Rock, you can find a job in Little Rock. And when we have companies like Envoy and American Airlines expanding their operations, particularly in the industry that we know we always are concerned about its safety, that we play a role in that. We are so grateful to be a part of this process and this economic progress. And on behalf of the city of Little Rock, we share our appreciation. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome County Judge Barry Hyde.
Good morning. All right, this time the crowd was a little sleepy there for a while. I often say it's a good day in Pulaski County when we're talking about growth, jobs, and opportunity, and today is certainly one of those good days. I'll also admit, as someone who enjoys getting up in the air myself from time to time, this one hits a little bit closer to home. Here at Bill and Hillary Clinton National Airport, people and businesses connect to opportunity every single day. And what Envoy Air is announcing today is going to strengthen those connections in a meaningful way. From a pilot's perspective, I can tell you there's a lot that goes into keeping an aircraft safe, reliable, and ready to fly. The skill, the precision, the attention to detail is work most people never see, but it makes all the difference. That's why this expansion matters. This is about creating more high-skill career opportunities for people right here in Pulaski County. It's about giving someone the chance to build a career and be part of an industry that's shaping the future. It also speaks to the strength of this community. Investments like this do not happen by accident. They happen in places with talent, strong partnerships, and shared commitment to growth. A center of excellence means this region is helping lead in aviation innovation, not just keeping pace. And that kind of forward momentum benefits all of Pulaski County and Central Arkansas. Anytime we can create opportunities that allow people to stay here, work here, and thrive here, it's a win. So to Envoy, thank you for continuing to invest in this community. And to all the partners who help make today possible, this is what progress looks like when people come together with a shared vision. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Executive Director of Clinton National Airport, Suzanne Payton.
Good morning. I don't know if you can hear it, but I love that music because today we celebrate. This is a very exciting day, and we are so excited to celebrate. You heard about all the work that goes into these kinds of arrangements, and it is so important after a year's worth of work to take these few minutes to celebrate. I'm so glad we're doing that. First, we celebrate our partnership. I want to thank our airport commissioners who are with us here today, Chairwoman Tiffany Mays O'Gwen, our Vice Chairman and Treasurer, Dr. Harold Betton, Commissioner Jill Floyd, Commissioner Steve Ronell. Their engagement and their leadership at Clinton National Airport helps us grow and better serve our community. And we want to celebrate too American Airlines and Envoy celebrating their 100-year anniversary this year. We're very thrilled about that. And knowing, too, that they have been operating at Clinton National Airport since 1931, we're also celebrating 95 years of a partnership with American that we're very, very proud of. And of course, we're celebrating the operation. This morning, the commission approved the lease for this building, doubling the space of Envoy's maintenance base to over 100,000 square feet. The airport's making an investment of $600,000 in improvements, and because we're so proud of our partnership with Envoy and the American Airlines Group. Obviously, this partnership wouldn't continue without success, and because of our shared success and their strong commitment by both the commission and Envoy to the community. So while we've had a partnership for 95 years, Envoy began its operations here over 10 years, or nearly a decade ago, and this expansion speaks to how strong that partnership has become. It further solidifies our airport as an important part of their operation, and we're very, very proud. These bases like this are a big win. They bring the good paying jobs, the high quality jobs with real pathways to advancement. Those are the kind of jobs that build futures, and those are exactly the kind of things that the Airport Commission has tasked us with investing in, and we're proud to support. But you know, that impact goes beyond jobs. When an airline invests in the ground, it strengthens its commitment in the air. And we know you all understand that. That growing maintenance base helps us keep and expand good air service that our region expects. American has grown in our shared success to be our largest carrier with over 34% of our market. We're very proud of how their operations are at Little Rock. And then this also supports reliability. So additional on-site maintenance makes the airline able to respond faster, reduce delays, operate more efficiently, provide a better travel and passenger experience, which is another focus area of our commission. We also like building momentum, driving growth, creating opportunities beyond the airfield. So I want to thank everyone who put more than a year's worth of work in to make this happen and make this possible. Our Airport Commission and staff, our local, state, and federal partners, the Chamber of Commerce, the business community, and especially the team at Envoy and American Airlines Group. This is a great day to celebrate. We're going to conclude our program, and we want to welcome you. Make sure that you can take photos. We've got a really good setup over here. Any questions that you need answered by anyone here, our media partners, thank you for being here and covering this for us. We'll be available for any individual interviews that you need. So celebrate. We'll enjoy the music. Say hi to a friend, and we'll see you next time. Thank you for coming.